Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Robb here for Southwest Florida Television. I'm down on the south end of Vanderbilt Beach in North Naples, Florida. Actually, I'm on the beach at Pelican Bay, just a little tiny bit south of the Ritz-Carlton. It's a few minutes after 7. It looks like the rain has kind of slid to the north of us for now, but I've got the camera all boxed up in its waterproof casing, just in case, so that's why my voice sounds a little tinny. Sorry about that. I've lost my share of iPhones over the years, so I don't want to take any chances. I think when I put it in this case, it's kind of like washing your car. If you wash your car, that's a good way to get it to rain. If I put my camera in this case, it's a good way to not have it rain. Well, those are storm clouds. It's going to be a little bumpy because I can't use my gimbal with this case. I apologize. I do the best I can for you. It is kind of breezy here. My Wink weather app says the wind's blowing at 8 miles an hour, but it sure feels a lot windier than that. And that wind is coming up out of the south. 81 degrees, feels like 92. Boy, there is a lot of sand on the beach by the Ritz-Carlton. That's why I'm down here. I want to show you that. I'll also let you see the progress they've made at the drop-off area. They've already scraped a lot of that sand out of there. Got it piled up. Hopefully I can get over there. Hit that share button. Let everybody know I'm out here. Gorgeous colors there to the east. Wow. It was sad seeing Del Norwegians pass State Park yesterday, man. The thing that really kills me about that park is how long it took to get parking lots 3 and 4 repaved and reopened. And now they're just a mess again. Hopefully they can get the sand out there without damaging all that new blacktop. Look at these colors. The surf is still a little rough. The water temperature's down to 87, from 88 down to 87. The tide is on its way in. High tide up at Wiggins Pass up to the north is around 11 this morning. It shouldn't be an abnormal high tide now. Hopefully that nonsense is over with. Boy, that storm Helene has wreaked havoc everywhere she's been. Unbelievable. We did get our power back finally. It was out for about 20 hours, and I'm not complaining. There's people that are going to be without power for weeks. We are very fortunate. I'm just happy I'm still able to come out to the beach and share my mornings with you. Some beautiful colors in the sky. A nice change from what we were seeing. I'm going to kind of walk slowly up the beach. Try to keep the bouncing to a minimum. I don't know how far I'll get walking at a snail's pace here. If you're out walking the beach, be careful. I have been noticing some debris washed up on the beach. This reminds me of when I first started doing my beach walks, when I didn't have a gimbal. Hey, remember, it's not the beach. It's the chance of getting together and meeting some new people here, some wonderful people. The beach is just our clubhouse where we get together. It's the background. If you're new, if this is the first time you've ever been with me for one of my live feeds, please don't be shy. Introduce yourself to the world here in the comments. Feel free to strike up a conversation. The only thing we really stay clear of is politics. We don't want to talk about politics here. There's plenty of other places to do that. We all know there's problems going on with that, and we'll just keep that to ourselves the best we can here. Sometimes it's hard, I know. And obviously, just keep it clean. No trolling for dates or asking for phone numbers here. My mission is to bring wonderful people like you together in the mornings, one beach walk at a time. That's what it's all about. That's why I'm out here, to bring people together. And we've got people from all over the world coming and going here in the mornings. Generally, I try to go live for about 90 minutes throughout the morning. Not all at once. I take a couple little breaks. I'm out at the beach in the mornings for 4 hours, 5 hours. That sun's coming up a little later. I just couldn't resist starting. I said I was going to start around 7:15, but I started probably about 7:05. Those colors were just popping, and I didn't want to miss them because the clouds are really starting to roll in now. I don't think we're going to get rained on. I don't know. We'll see. Just for the sake of me boxing up the camera into its dive case here, I hope I get a little rain. I know that's a weird thing to wish for while you're walking on the beach, huh? The Ritz-Carlton there. I'm going to show you. I'm going to get you a little closer to that in a minute. Give you an idea how much sand got dumped up here on the beach. Right along the edge of the water right now, the beach is pretty clean. So as you get higher up, where there's some debris, every once in a while my fingers might slip in front of the lens here. It's just awkward carrying this big case. Yeah, I don't see any rain out there. That's where it was all coming from. It's kind of moving to the northeast. Boy, so many of our beach friends, our beach family, many of our beach family members have been affected by Hurricane Helene and are still being affected by Hurricane Helene. Please keep all those folks in your thoughts and prayers. As a lot of you know already, some of you were actually following along when they were out here. Wink TV was out here a week or so ago, and they were shadowing me during my morning beach walk, asking me questions. They're putting some stories together. By the way, I forgot. Today is the 2-year anniversary of when Hurricane Ian just ravaged Southwest Florida. Let's not forget that. Now we have Helene we're cleaning up after. Brings back some awful memories. But anyway, Wink TV was out here, and they're putting together some stories, some feature stories about Hurricane Ian, and they decided to include me in that. And guess what? They were going to be airing yesterday and today. Well, now they've decided to up the ante, and they're going to be including Hurricane Helene in this story. So they're going to be coming back sometime next week here. Probably by midweek, sometime before next Wednesday, to walk the beach with me again, to see what it looks like after Hurricane Helene, since they were just out here 2 weeks ago. Let's see, there's what I'm talking about, just junk washed up on the beach in places. You see a lot of crab traps on the beach, the ones the fishermen didn't get in on time. Got some beautiful colors out there, here and there. Like I said, those are thunderstorms. We had a pretty good little blast come through here early this morning. Sweating my butt off here. I got my rain jacket on. It's kind of like a poncho kind of thing. But it's hot. It's just that darn humidity. It's like a sweatsuit. The rain would actually feel good. I'll let you know when that Wink story is finally going to air. Hit that share button. Let your friends see what's going on here. We're going to come back here. You know, we didn't get the brunt of Hurricane Helene. We got enough. We got enough of her, though. We've learned a lot since Hurricane Ian. We're going to come back strong again. So is Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. Keep the faith, my friends. Keep the faith. Be very careful if you're walking that beach up there at the park. A lot of sharp shells exposed right now that were kind of uncovered along the shoreline. Just ahead where you see those condos, that's Vanderbilt Beach Park. That is the very south end of Vanderbilt Beach. And then where you see the Ritz-Carlton here, this is where the beach at Pelican Bay begins. The Ritz, beautiful, beautiful resort. There's actually 2 Ritz-Carltons in Naples. It's pretty cool. A beach resort and a golf resort. I can't afford them though. Whew. That's way out of my price range. My price range is a hammock on the beach. Got a lot more beach here this morning than we did yesterday morning, and especially the day before when the water was up to the trees. Wow. Look at this. That little cheeky hut was up in the air on a boardwalk. I believe that was the one that was up in the air. I don't know. There's so much sand piled up here. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Everything looks so different right now. Going to be digging their way out here in North Naples for a while. There's a boardwalk that comes out of the Gumbo Limbo restaurant and bar here. It's an elevated boardwalk. You used to be able to walk under it. I want to show you that. That'll give you an idea of what we're looking at as far as the sand here. Isn't that beautiful? Let me just stop the bouncing for a second and let you take that in. Hey, thank you for the stars. Remember, I couldn't be out here walking the beaches and sharing my mornings with you and keeping you updated if it wasn't for your support, your generosity. I do depend on that to make ends meet. This is a job. It's a commitment. Whenever it's a commitment, it's a job. Just like marriage. Marriage is a commitment, and man, oh man, is it ever a job. Woo! That's probably the hardest, most difficult, toughest full-time job in your life. So keep that in mind while you're watching. I get a penny for each star that you send on Facebook. Tips. I really appreciate tips. Coming up to the end of the month here, I'm always struggling. Naples is very expensive to live in, and we are not living large here. But every dollar helps. You can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. You can also find me on Venmo and Apple Pay. If you use Zelle, message me on my personal Facebook Messenger, and I'll give you my phone number for Zelling. I do prefer the tips over the stars. I'll take whatever I can get, but the tips, there's no Facebook fees involved. The stars, you pay a fee. You actually purchase the stars, and I pay a fee. It takes a while to get them. The tips are a lot cleaner. I'm trying to figure out how much sand has come up there to that boardwalk. There's, I don't know how many steps are covered up. A couple, two steps maybe there. It's hard to tell. But at least the Gumbo Limbo wasn't wiped out like in Hurricane Ian. Took them a long time to reopen that restaurant. A long time. Boy, there's going to be a mountain of sand down by La Playa when they start moving that around up by La Playa. They didn't get as much sand pushed up here as I thought they did. There's some spots where it doesn't look like they got any pushed up onto the beach here by the Ritz. I love our skies here in Southwest Florida. So beautiful. Even if they're clouds, and even if those clouds are bringing rain, I don't care. Still beautiful. Let it rain. Just keep the hurricanes away. As long as it's not lightning, you'll find me out here 90% of the time. Got an awesome beach family. Join our Southwest Florida Television Beach Family Group, SWFL TV Beach Family Group. That's where you can share pictures of your life. I really like to see pictures of your travels, beautiful places that you've been to, your beaches, any beaches that you've visited, especially those exotic tropical beaches. Your fur babies, your pets, that kind of stuff. Don't want to get too personal in there. Got any favorite recipes? I'd love to see your favorite recipes in there. That's like an extension of Southwest Florida Television. That's where everybody can get to know a little bit more about each other. Most of the time I do have an extra set of eyes or two on the line here with this live, keeping an eye on things, monitoring the comments, trying to make sure we don't let any of those trolls on here, make sure they just stay in their basement and don't bother us. Those tower cranes that you see sticking up over there, it's pretty amazing. They just let them swing freely. They're like big weather vanes. It takes a lot to topple them, but they do topple in severe storms. But that's their Ritz-Carlton residences that they're building over there. Eventually we're going to see a big condominium towering up above the trees. A lot of folks aren't happy about that, including myself. I'm one of those guys that kind of likes the beach natural. That's why Del Nor Wiggins was my favorite beach. Vanderbilt Beach is nice, especially if you're into the beachfront living with all the condos, timeshares. It's a very popular vacation destination for sure. Getting a lot brighter out here now. it is breezy. Breezy, breezy. You really can't hear that wind with the camera in its case like this. Hey, if you come down here to visit, if you're walking the beach and you see me walking by, don't hesitate in stopping and saying hello. If I can't talk, I'll let you know. I'd love to meet you in person. Also, when you come down here, check out boatnaples.com, boatnaples.com. We do a Thursday evening sunset cruise with Boat Naples. It's a special deal. It's a per person fare. It includes complimentary beer and wine, a slunch of Irish whiskey, sunset toast, a lot of fun, a beautiful Southwest Florida sunset. Dog friendly, quality time with me. Check them out. You got to call to get on board that cruise with us. You're not going to find it on their website. You can see everything else they have to offer. They got a great discount going on right now. It's kind of a prepay now, tour later opportunity to save 25% on your tour. That offer is going to expire October 31st, but you have a year from the date of purchase to take your tour. So take advantage of that savings. Visit boatnaples.com, boatnaples.com. Call and ask about our Thursday evening Southwest Florida television sunset cruises. You won't be disappointed, my friends. Captain Sandy's awesome. Might even get lucky and see some dolphins. That's always a real treat. Things are kind of glowing out here with these clouds. I apologize for the bumpiness. Once again, the early forecast was calling for heavy thunderstorms this morning, so I boxed the camera up into its waterproof housing. It's actually a dive housing, a dive case. And now the rain's just getting pushed back to a later time. I always try to do the best I can with what I have for you. Be prepared. I was actually looking forward to a little storm action. Being out here, letting you see that happen. See, all along here where I'm walking, the beach is fairly clean now. I'm going to get you over here to the drop-off area. Be a little bumpy ride here, sorry. Ooh, I just saw the sun glistening through the trees just down low here. See if you see it. And a little flicker. Now it's gone behind it. See it right in there? There's folks out here coming out to enjoy the beach. Awesome. It's a little bit of an obstacle course getting out here now. But I swear, see, there was a row of benches right along here in front of these shrubs. What I remember, those bushes were a lot higher. The benches were lined up against them. I think those benches are down below the sand there. I think the benches actually got buried. I mean, they were still here at 5 o'clock when that tide was coming in. There was no way they were going to get equipment out here. They're big, heavy concrete benches. They're moving. I'm pretty sure they're actually buried. That's how much sand got pushed up in here. They're down there somewhere. But you can see they've already started scraping up the sand here and piling it up. They're making progress. That's the rack that had the life jackets hanging on it. There's our sun. Who's it ever bright? That's looking east, right down, right out Vanderbilt Beach Road. But look at that mountain of sand. I'll get on the other side of it. Like I said, there's one little spot where you can walk up. Obviously, there's no parking here, no drop-off. There's no handicap parking now. Everybody's got to use the parking garage. The street parking gets taken up early in the morning by the construction workers. I don't know why they're allowing them to do that. The city of Naples would never allow that. Using the beach parking. I don't know if the foot washes are still working. I don't know if if you can get your foot under there, they're working. As you can see, you still can't see the curbs all along here. Watch where I'm walking here, kind of going down a little hill, little pile of sand, still standing water because the drains are all clogged. There's a curb. There you can see a little bit of the curb. Now I can feel a little asphalt under my feet here and there. I don't know how much damage there was on Gulf Shore Drive. I'm sure some buildings got some water into the bottom floors just by the amount of sand that I see up by the buildings along Vanderbilt Beach. But right in there, That's where the handicap parking, there's 2 handicap parking spots somewhere in there, running this way, perpendicular to me there. Now we got a pile of sand for the kids to play in. Please don't do that. There's 2 more handicap parking spots buried in the sand somewhere over there. But there you can see, get an idea how deep that sand is. Right there. Look at that curb. And there's sand. It went right out, all out into the road here. I've got videos of when that water was really just starting to pour off of Vanderbilt Beach and out here into Gulf Shore Drive, and it just kind of made its way down Gulf Shore Drive. Sand, water. There's the Ritz-Carlton residences. If you want to have a peek at what's going on there, people always ask me what's going on there. I think they start at $3 million a piece. Poof. Obviously it's barricaded off to vehicles here. And if you're walking out here, be careful. Be very, very careful. It looks a lot different than it did when I first got here yesterday morning at about 6:45. Thanks, Helene. Thanks for nothing. We actually got spared the major wrath of that storm. So there is something to be thankful for compared to what others saw and are still seeing. Oh, I'm burning up here. Got my rain jacket on. For now, what is no reason. You can't predict the weather here, no matter what kind of equipment you have. You can do a little better job, but nobody can be 100% accurate. So when I was leaving to head home yesterday from my beach walk, there was already a front end loader, a tractor on a trailer, pulling into Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park to start the cleanup. That was an awesome sight to see. Awesome sight to see. Hopefully though, I think they're getting it down to a science, unfortunately. I don't know if you remember what it looked like here when you walked out onto the beach. Had that orange construction fence running along here protecting all the plants that they planted here to help rebuild the dunes. Well, they're there. A lot of them are down there covered in sand. They're pretty hardy. They should survive. They're all native. tide is coming in case you're wondering what's going on. High tide up to the north of me at Wiggins Pass is around 11. So it makes it around 10:30-ish down here. The wind's coming out of the south now. So not as bad as when it was coming out of the west. It's obviously still rough. I believe there's still a rip current statement in effect. Those waves are a lot more powerful and bigger than they look in the camera here. I think the Turtle Club restaurant in the Vanderbilt Beach Resort came through the storm fairly unscathed. Go walk over there, see what it looks like. Feel sorry for anybody that was down here on vacation for the past week. It was crazy. You know, the water right before the storm was really starting to look good, calm down and clear up. Figures, huh? I guess that's a sign. Before the storm, man, the day before the storm, the morning before the storm, the birds. Saw tons and tons of birds on the beach. Now hardly any. The Turtle Club at the Vanderbilt Beach Resort, which, by the way, I highly recommend the Vanderbilt Beach Resort. It's an older beachfront hotel, but the rooms are really nice. You sit right out here. You can sit inside in the restaurant or out here. It's actually a sand patio dining area. There's always sand out here. But the rooms, each room is like a little, an efficiency or up to like a 2-bedroom condo. Everyone has a kitchen facilities. It is the best value on the beach in Naples, in my opinion. Yeah, we got more sand shoved up here. I think they might have got some sand in their swimming pool back there, darn it. I don't think they got water in the building. Keeping my fingers crossed. I know Mitch, one of the owners here, did an update. If you check the Turtle Club's Facebook page, he did an update. I forgot to watch it. They've already They have had a tractor out here doing something here at the Turtle Club, moving sand around. Looks like tracks up and down the beach there. At least that's what it looks like. The sand's all bumpy compared to where I'm at right here, nice and smooth from that water. When I was walking out here during the storm, the water was splashing up here, crashing into this fence, wreaking havoc. It was actually pretty strong. When those waves came washing up on shore a couple times, I almost lost my footing. The Vanderbilt Beach and Harbor Club over there, that's a timeshare. They have two buildings, this one here on the beach and then one on the bay side, on the other side of Gulf Shore Drive. Well, their fence got mangled up by the waves, and it's sad. Just prior to the storm, I was commenting on how beautiful a job they did on the landscaping here. It was all beautiful, lush green lawn back here. Now it's beach again. You can see the sand mounded up here. This was water during the storm, just crashing up here. I did post a video of that. I kind of did a little walk from La Playa down to the circle. Go back and look for some of those videos on Southwest Florida Television's Facebook page. You're better off watching on YouTube. If you go to my Southwest Florida Television YouTube channel, check it out on YouTube. The videos are, YouTube's more for video, a little better quality. But you can see, actually you can see a video of when that water was just starting to pour out onto the street from Vanderbilt Beach and starting to flood Gulf Shore Drive. And all the people just standing around on the beach watching. I mean, yeah, I'm guilty of that myself. I knew what was in store for us, though. I paid attention to the lesson from Hurricane Ian. It's nothing to joke about. Storm surge. Yeah, you get spoiled. You forget about all those little comforts of home. Oops, there's a little something sticking up. I tripped over walking backwards. The little comforts of home that you forget about. Some of the bigger comforts too. You lose your power, man. Whew. It's just been so humid down here. That's what made it so bad, not having power. for those 20 hours. It wasn't a big deal. We're well prepared with generators and food and water. We can even make ice during the storm, not a problem. If we lose our power, we're good for weeks. Weeks and weeks. That's what happens when you live down here for so long. You learn how to be prepared. Running water, when you lose your water, you know, you take that water for granted. You know, it's always going to be there when you turn on the tap. After the storms, it's there, but a lot of times they say, don't use it. It's contaminated. If you use it, boil it, and guess what? If you don't have electric or a grill, you can't boil it. Build a fire. Get yourself a wood stove or something. Because there's usually plenty of wood laying around. It's just not dry. But there's a lot of sand pushed up here into the northeast corner of the Vanderbilt Beach and Harbor Club. This place never redid their landscaping. They got a lot more sand here now, but it was always kind of barren back here. Never did much after the storm to their landscaping. See if I can make it up to La Playa. Then I got to contemplate what I'm going to do next. But I'm thinking, just by the looks of the amount of sand up there, that water did get up to that building. I believe that's all a parking garage on the bottom floor, so that's good news. Some of the older condos, they actually have units on the bottom floors, and they did not fare well during Ian. Well, yesterday the water was up to where I'm walking. The wind was coming out of the west. Hey, if you walk the beach at Del Norwegians, please stay out of the park. Stay down by the water. Stay out of the park. Stay out of everybody's way. If you remember, back right after Ian, they actually shut the entire beach down. They were keeping people off the beach. Right now, I don't think it's shut down. I guess we'll find out if they have it barricaded off. Sorry about the tinny audio. It's just, like I said earlier, I was expecting rain. It was in the forecast, and heavy rain early this morning, so I boxed up the camera when I come down here, and I just can't carry all kinds of junk. Can't bring my gimbal, carry all that stuff, just switching around. So it is what it is. Remember, it's the social activity that these beach walks, that's what they're all about. Bringing people together, one beach walk at a time. It's not about it is about the technology. Without the technology, without Facebook, we wouldn't be here together. But it's just kind of a background. And now it's kind of an update, letting you see what's going on as we recover here in North Naples. I'm going to go up past La Playa and go out over to Gulf Shore Drive if I can get out the little access path. There's one just north of La Playa. I just want to see if any sand, it's very open up there. I want to see if any sand made it out to the road. That's the Floridian Club. You can see they got piles of sand that they're moving over here. That's what everybody's going to be doing for a while. Wow. You see that wind's blowing pretty hard here still. I'm sure they've begun, hopefully they've begun work at La Playa. See, I do believe where I'm walking here, the beach is actually lower. There's less sand down here just because it's all got shoved up higher. Higher onto the beach. That's La Playa sticking up there, that tall, skinny building, if you're not familiar with Vanderbilt Beach. Hey, remember, I couldn't be out here doing this if it wasn't for your generosity. I get a penny for each star that you send to my videos on Facebook. I greatly appreciate it. Tips are also welcome, actually preferred over the stars. Those stars, you pay Facebook a fee, I pay a fee. Tips go directly to me via PayPal. You can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post if you'd like to send a little thank you, a token of appreciation. I'm not looking to get rich, I'm just looking to survive. And as you know, it's getting kind of hard to survive right now. There is rain out there in the Gulf in those clouds. Right now it's kind of keeping to the north of me. I thought it was going to be a very soggy beach walk this morning. But it's not. It's actually really nice. We'll go see if they've started clean up at La Playa. And I'll see if I can get over to Gulf Shore Drive and just take a peek at that. Then I'm going to take a little break, figure out what I'm going to do here. And I'll probably come back with another live feed for a while. Where I'll be, who knows? It's getting a little higher. I actually put in a lot of extra steps over the past few days because of that storm. Just starting to feel it in my ankles. It's catching up to me. Yesterday morning, I walked the entire length of Vanderbilt Beach and Del Norwigan's Pass State Park here in my live feed. If you want to go back and check that out. Started out with a really bad cellular connection. Was having issues yesterday morning with that. Walking over towards La Playa. Oh boy, yeah, they got hit really bad. They didn't waste any time getting a fence up here. Oh no, I always see that. That's the fence down at the south end here. You see, bushes rather, the shrubs. I looked over and I said, oh. For the longest time, there was a construction fence, with the, I don't know what it is, the canvas or whatever, blocking so you couldn't see what was going on here after Hurricane Ian. But there's just tons of sand back here, tons of sand. I assume I got into their pool over here. Shame seeing this. 2 years ago today, that's when Hurricane Ian made landfall in southwest Florida. And here we are again. Sad, sad. Hopefully the cleanup will take a little less time than Ian. Hopefully they'll be back up and running and full speed much sooner than later. That's all we can hope for. Working, already working on it. Wow, look at all that sand they dug out already. more equipment up at this end. Wow. Here you can see the beach gets a lot wider. This is where the beachfront homes are. There's a little stretch here on Vanderbilt Beach with some really nice homes. I don't know if they got any water in them. I know they got sand pushed up into their backyards. Beautiful morning, breezy, but man, beautiful beach morning. That early forecast missed the mark by a mile. Come on, Wink. That sun is blinding. Hot and blinding already. Hard to see here with that sun blasting in our face, but so there used to be a house here. It was damaged way beyond repair. They just leveled it after the hurricane. Here's where I wanted to see if I can get over to Gulf Shore Drive and see what things are looking like. Trying to find the access path. I think it's over on the other side of these shrubs here. Yeah, there's a whole new sand along here. Careful where I'm walking. It's washed out in here, some rocks sticking up. So obviously that water came rushing through here. Yeah, there's still a lot of standing water out here in the road. Not a lot. Yeah. Yeah. The road is still damp. There was sand in the road, that's for sure.